Chapter 9, Proverbs. Verse 7. Whoever corrects a scoffer gets himself abuse, and he who reproves a wicked man incurs injury. Do not reprove a scoffer, or he will hate you. Reprove a wise man, and he will love you. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be still wiser. And teach a righteous man, and he will increase in learning. So this is some of the stuff we're going to be talking about today. And this part I call Don't Be a Fool, because this is what it's talking about, right? Don't be a fool. That's stupid. Being a fool, being stupid is stupid. All right. Now we got that. Let's take a look at what it says. Why does wisdom say not to reprove a scoffer in verse 8 when wisdom calls to scoffers? Now, wisdom is reproving scoffers, isn't she? Yes, she is. So, is this a warning to her servants that when they go out and call, they will find that they will get back abuse, injury, and hate? Is that what she's saying? Is she trying to dissuade them from talking to scoffers? Maybe that is one way that people have read this. Like, if you go to a scoffer, and go to the simple is what she's calling to, but if you go to the scoffers, the people are mocking God, they're just making fun of God. Those who are, will hear the things of the Lord and be like, whatever. Those who are in hardcore rebellion against God, if you try to correct someone like that, will you get abuse? Will you get, will you incur injury from them? Will they hate you? Yeah, that's possible. That could be true. Now, should you not reprove, or should you not correct a scoffer? I don't think that's what it's saying. It's not trying to dissuade you from doing it. It's just saying that might be the truth. Or is this a didactic for the scoffer to awaken them to the truth? Like, you who are scoffers, all you will do is give the wise trouble. You won't become wise. All you will do is spread hatred. That might be true too. Both are legitimate. Both are, trying to figure out what this text actually is trying to say. Because it's kind of abrupt, just in there. Don't reprove a scoffer, or he'll hate you. Wait a minute, aren't we supposed to reprove scoffers? Doesn't God tell us to go out and reprove them? Yes, he does. So I don't think it's trying to dissuade you. But it sets it in the correct light. If someone is just in rebellion against God, you try to reprove them, yeah, you might get that back. This might be happening. Or like the other side, or this other way to reading it is that it's saying, whoever corrects a scoffer gets himself abuse. Are you a scoffer? Then those who are wise, if they try to correct you, you're just going to abuse them. All you're going to do is injure them. You're going to hate them. So on one side too, it's the other side of it is like in these warnings about, hey, when you reprove a scoffer, the other side of it then is like, if you're the scoffer, then look what you are. Look what happens. Someone is trying to help you. Someone's trying to correct you. A wise person is trying to help you, and all you do, because you're a scoffer, is just give them, grief and hate them. That's foolish. That's stupid. So both of these are legitimate ways to read it, and I think both of them are helpful to think about too, and both of them are true. You're you're such a fool as a scoffer. Look how foolish you are. Because the fools who are scoffers think that they're wise, right? In 1 Corinthians 1:18-21, it says, "For the word of the cross is folly to those who are perishing, but to us who are being saved, it is the power of God. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and the discernment of the discerning I will thwart." Where is the one who is wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the debater of this age? Has not God made foolish the wisdom of the world? For since in the wisdom of God the world did not know God through wisdom, it pleased God through the folly of what we preach to save those who believe. So he's saying, Paul does a similar kind of thing, like that second option there, is that he's like, well, these wise people, look how the scribes, you got wise people, the debaters of the age, where are these people at? Where are they? And then it's like, well, hasn't God made foolish the wisdom of the world? So he kind of explains it more, where, like, if you just read Proverbs here, this kind of leaves it as like, it'd be like, no, the wisdom, the wise of the world didn't know God. They didn't find God through wisdom. because they were worldly wise. But if they were wise unto God, they would have known God, but they didn't. So those who preach the wisdom of Christ, the wisdom of following Christ, to those who believe, then they know God, and they know true wisdom. So those who are truly wise will hear instruction and grow. They will hear it and then grow. They will hear it and change. They don't say the same. They hear it and change. A righteous man will hear wisdom and her servants and embrace the message and will grow in learning. The wise will be wiser. That's what it says. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be still wiser. Teach a righteous man, and he will increase in learning. So if you teach the wise these things that are in Proverbs, they will grow. So I know if I'm preaching through this to a congregation, or if I'm just teaching this to people in counseling or something like that, and if I'm teaching someone who's wise, they will begin to grow to become wiser. If you go through Proverbs with people who are, counseling, they will become wiser. And you're like, wow, okay, you're growing, you're learning, you're understanding. You will grow and learn if you truly are righteous. If you don't love God, if you don't believe in God, then these things won't do that to you. Now, you might change. You might say, well, this makes sense because the other thing I'm doing is not really working. So if you use a pragmatic approach, using some of these Proverbs here will help you. Without the fear of the Lord, following some of these commands, some of these instructions that are in the book of Proverbs will help you, even if you're not wise. You could be a scoffer and follow some of these, like, yeah, I can do that. I won't be a surety for somebody. I won't put up surety for someone. That'll probably help you. That probably will. But will it lead you to the Lord? No. It might actually take you away from him, because now you think you're doing it all yourself. So there is a benefit in doing these things, even if you don't have wisdom, even if you don't fear the Lord. But ultimately, like the Bible, like Proverbs tells you, that path is destruction. That's where it goes. So it might help you along the way and get you some good things in this life, but in the end, your house is built in hell. So that's where you're going. So here we go. Here's the questions. Who are the wise? It says. Who are the wise people? Who are these wise people? Who is increasing insight? What is the beginning of wisdom? Well, we've talked about this over and over again already. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is where it is insight. That's where insight. You want to know good and bad, good and evil. You want to have insight into what's going on in the world. You need to know the Holy One. If you want to know wisdom, you have to know the fear of the Lord. That's how it works. You got to know those. So that is our study for today. Come back next time. We'll look at just the last part of this before we do our conclusion for the week. So I'll see you back here next time.